Being around the most creative people in the industry is where we wanted to be.
But what we love most of all is taking everything that we've learned over the last 14 years, whether it's fashion or photography or all of our wedding and event experience, and bringing it to you each and every week. Hello and welcome to Notes from the Lightbox. I'm Stephanie Boye. Again, I am thrilled to sit down with Marcy Medina, who is the Bureau Chief for the Los Angeles Office of Women's Wear Daily, which is the Bible for all things fashion. Marcy, thank you for sitting down.
You're welcome.
And today we are going to talk about fall fashion for 2014. So again, I know a lot of our viewers are trying to think about what to wear for their engagement shoots, and I thought there was no better place to start than with Marcy, who I guess all of the fashion shows just actually wrapped. And
yes, exactly.
You know what's coming up for 2014.
We do.
So what can you tell me about the fall trends for 2014? What was your favorite thing that you saw?
You know what I love about fall is the outerwear, and there were so many great coats for fall. Everything with texture and color, so you had a lot of shearling, which is one of the top trends, as was fur, as were big collars and layering, so that's a great look.
Okay. And what are the colors that you're seeing for fall?
Well, definitely red, and more red.
Oh, really?
Designers were seeing red for fall, and in fact, red was the #1 color named by Pantone for fall 2014.
Okay.
A shade called Sangria, which is exactly like it sounds, and the #2 color was something called Aurora Red, which is red with a little more sort of a tomato orangey tint. So
it really was red, and red.
It really was. And the great thing about red is it is such a bold color. I know it scares some people, but there's so many variations of it. So it really is flattering to almost all skin tones, hair colors.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful color.
Yeah, and it is, because you can have like the orangey red or the blue red, which will really work on any skin tone. That's awesome. If you were to say to someone who was going out with a limited budget that you wanted to get 5 key pieces for fall, what do you think are the 5 key pieces that you saw on the runway that are sort of nice to add to a wardrobe?
A velvet was actually a very big trend for fall, and it's always a very kind of sumptuous and romantic fabric.
Okay.
So it's
velvet.
Definitely like, a dress, a top, a skirt, a coat.
Okay, and what are the silhouettes like for dresses that you're seeing in the fall?
Dresses are sort of a little bit more easy and relaxed. I mean, they're still very body conscious, but I think, with a sort of eye to comfort.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. Just sort of flowing and close to the body. And another great trend for fall, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you're wearing one, is knits and sweaters, especially the long sweater, which is something we haven't seen for a while. So, you can kind of wear them as a dress. It can be a top. It's something that's easy to wear with tights, leggings, boots, paired with scarves and even knit pants. It's kind of a great modern look.
Okay. Knits, layers. Good. All right. Anything else that you saw for fall that you went like, that's something that definitely is new and something that would freshen up a wardrobe?
For sure. Plaids. Designers were mad for plaid this fall.
Okay.
And, plaids can be worn in a lot of different ways. You've got very sort of Highland chic, when you think of Scottish kilts and that kind of look. Again, but plaid can be very preppy and very sweet. Yeah. So there's different ways to integrate plaid into your wardrobe, but I think it sort of goes hand in hand with another great trend, which is menswear inspired pieces.
Okay.
So tailored jackets, trousers, shirt dresses, also another big trend for fall. So, there's ways to incorporate touches of plaid into that as well.
Plaid, I feel like plaid has been like the last couple seasons I've seen a lot of plaid. Maybe.
It never really goes away, but I would say it was especially prevalent.
Especially prevalent this time.
This season, as were some other types of patterns. There were many sort of exotic or artistic looking prints out there, which can be a little bit harder to wear. It depends on how the designer's interpreting it. But
the one thing I was saying to Marcy earlier is I saw a lot of geometric prints. And that was fall.
Yes.
A lot of these big geometric prints, which I think are kind of a little challenging for most people.
They are, I think that they're challenging, but I think actually once people get used to it,
Yeah.
it's easier to, I mean, we're seeing it more and more, so it's not necessarily as shocking as it might have been
Right.
a few years ago. And I think the way to approach this is to, if you're not comfortable with something all over, just to maybe integrate a fun accessory or
use it a little
top.
bit. Yeah, because
Yeah,
actually I saw it
just a
in
little
purses
touch.
and handbags, lots of geometric in the handbags and stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Marcy, I have one final question for you, which is for all of our viewers who are just shopping at malls across America, maybe not able to get some of the high-end designer stuff or maybe not be able to afford it, are there designers that you saw their fall collection and you went like, wow, they really hit it, they're really on trend and, you know, amazing stuff for fall?
Sure, I did. Tory Burch is a great resource.
Always good.
You know, she's very classic, but she manages to really touch on all of the great
Yes,
trends
she
out
does.
there, and she gave a great runway show this season. Diane von Furstenberg is also another one
I love
who
Diane.
really understands a woman's body, and you know, she takes her silhouettes and she makes them fun and flattering.
Her dresses
And they're
are always flat. I think, actually, I would say that's one of the dresses that actually does work on most body types is her wrap dresses.
The wrap dress does stand the test of time. It's been around for 40 years, and it still looks great.
Yeah. Great. Well, so Diane von Furstenberg, Tory Burch, and
You know, BCBG is also a great resource. You know, they just had their runway show in New York City, and they're actually amazing at taking some of the more avant-garde trends
Yeah.
and making them really accessible price-wise
They really
to
do.
a larger audience.
Yeah.
You know, and if you've got more classic things in mind, you know, Michael Kors has the Michael Kors line,
Mhm.
which is definitely offers a great taste of his
Yeah.
signature runway style as well.
all right, awesome. So I hope that helped everyone out, and we are so grateful to have you, Marcy, to give us
Thank
this
you.
awesome insider advice. And here is to a great engagement shoot. Thank you for watching, and please join us at www.notesfromthelightbox.com. Take care.